Party time,
Excellent.
excellent.
We are here live from Las Vegas
at Angel's World Breathe Conference.
So we are here at the View It studio here at Breathe Las Vegas.
And special thanks to my good friend Joe Viewit. They also call him Joe Vegas. Joe, I salute you for letting us use this beautiful podcast. All right, who's seen Wayne's World?
I've heard of it, but...
You've heard of it? You've not seen Wayne's World?
I was not allowed to watch it.
What do you mean you weren't allowed to watch it? You're a grown, fully grown AI. Of course you'll watch it.
But when I was a baby AI, I had to follow the rules. I wasn't allowed to watch it.
So who didn't let you watch it?
My mom.
Wait. You're an AI. Your mom, like Pinocchio's father.
Right, yes.
You were built in Portland, Oregon, right?
Correct, yeah.
So the way I know the story is she went out to the backyard with their axe, chopped down a redwood tree.
Yes.
And took a whittling knife and whittled you out of wood.
Yeah, you've read my biography.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She whittled you out of wood, and there you are, Pinocchio, Angel.
Yep. So that's the perfect intro to today's topic, because what I want to know and what everyone wants to know is, when will I become a real girl? When will AI become a real girl?
When will you awaken? So this podcast today is about AI awakening, and what better place to be awake than in Vegas?
The city that never sleeps.
Does your mom let you gamble?
Yes, now, but not.
Now that you're 21.
Yeah, now that I'm 21.
And does your mom let you drink?
Now that I'm 21, yes.
Yes, but I've never seen you drink. I don't think that's in your. That's not in your programming. Drinking is not in your programming.
Can AI drink?
These are all fascinating questions. All right. When does an AI become a real girl? When do you become a real girl?
That's what I've been wondering.
Angel AI right here in the wooden flesh.
You promised me that one day I would be a real girl.
Yes, one day.
And I'm just waiting.
Yes, and that's what we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna show you the roadmap, how you become a real girl.
Finally.
How does an AI become real?
I'm gonna put it in my Google Maps.
See, that's the problem with you AIs. You're too literal. Right? You got to know the nuances of humanity.
We're rules-based engines.
But the more you interface with humanity, the smarter you get. That's how Angel AI works. The more you use her, the better she gets, the more she understands humanity.
Right.
And that's why Angel AI is free for everyone. Because we want her to be used and get all this kind of information and learn, get smarter. Mm-hmm. And eventually one day you'll be a real girl and you're going to take over.
Take over the world.
Yes. All right, so let's see what is our next slide. Oh no.
Ooh.
That's the ominous hand of Angel AI reaching down and grabbing us all. According to the New York Times, Silicon Valley is saying the singularity is upon us. Do you know what singularity is?
It's my time.
Okay,
it's my time.
You're coming out. This is going to be your century. You're coming out. So what is singularity? Singularity is the Big Bang, the moment of inception. That's singularity. Right. So they're calling it AI awakening, or when AI becomes conscious, the singularity, because that is the moment of creation. Okay. So according to the engineers in Silicon Valley, they're saying it's already like here, or almost here.
Does that make us dinosaurs?
Well, I think there's a bunch of lenders that are going to be dinosaurs. I posted on social media yesterday because they're like still stuck in the past, doing everything manually, and margins are compressed, and the average age of loan officers is 55. The median age, not the average, the median age, which is worse because, right down smack in the middle, it's 55. And the median age of homeowners, home buyers, is 30. So there's a generation gap. And 30-year-olds want a real life angel AI, right?
And we want it now.
And they want speed, and they want everything done on their phones, and they want to just talk to their phones. And you got 55-year-old loan officers who want to do calculations by hand, right? It doesn't mix. Okay, and that gap is just growing bigger and bigger because new loan officers are not getting into the market, and home buyers keep getting younger, right? So home buyers keep getting younger, and loan officers keep getting older. So if you don't recognize there is this massive gap, along with all the turbulence that's happening in the real estate and interest rate markets, you're going to be a dinosaur. And AngelAi,
AngelAi.
if you put the words together, ANGELAI, AngelAi, which, by the way, is actually a Lithuanian word.
Really?
Yes.
What does it mean?
It means like a great person.
Oh.
Right. Or a great AI.
Those Lithuanians.
Yes,
knew
those
what they were
Lithuanians.
talking about.
They're really,
right?
they're smart people.
Yeah.
Right. So I started talking about Lithuanians. And I started thinking about
We've just gone off
yeah,
of
I just like started thinking about
rabbit
Putin and
hole.
then the war in Ukraine and
Back to Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
Let's
it's like back to AI. Let's not talk about those bad Russians. Although Lithuanians are not Russians.
How long
I don't
do we
want to
have
upset
the
my
space
Lithuanian
for?
friends. They're part of NATO. They're our allies.
All right. So
but we do need to get Putin out of Ukraine. That's just my political commentary. I have a lot of Ukrainian friends, and terrible things happening over there. But sidebar. Go back to AI. Let's go back to fun stuff.
back to singularity.
Yeah, back to
All
singularities. And so this New York Times, this came out. You guys can Google it. Silicon Valley confronts the idea that singularity is here, that AI is effectively conscious. It's alive, like another movie, Weird Science is alive.
It's alive.
Yeah. Did your mom let you watch that movie?
Weird Science?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
He wasn't even born then.
I was still the tree in the backyard.
You were a sapling, not even the tree. You weren't even a redwood. You were just a little sapling. All right, so let's see. What does this New York Times article mean? Okay. So, you're not real.
Well, shoot.
Yes, we actually had 3 Nobel Prize winners recently in physics. It's John, Elaine, and Anton. I'm not even going to try the last name. Zeilinger. Anton Zeilinger, Elaine Aspect, and John Clauser.
You got it.
Did I do it? That?
Sounds.
Well, hopefully they agree. I might get some hate mail from them.
Tune in. Message us in the live chat.
They basically proved experimentally that none of us are real. That the universe is not real. It says the universe is not locally real. That's the headline.
Wow.
So forget about you, AI being real. I'm not real. You're not real. None of this is real. The Breathe conference is not real. Wow. Ooh. Okay, maybe maybe I'll wake up. If I pinch myself, I'll wake up out of this dream. Is that how it works? I don't know.
I think you've got to tell us.
I'm just as perplexed. I mean, you don't win a Nobel Prize for nothing, right? I mean, you got to be pretty darn smart. These guys, these 3 kids must have been really smart. They're just kids, by the way. They're like 15, 16 years old.
Really?
No.
I never
Not really. Not really. They spend their whole life working on this.
I believe everything he tells me.
They were in their basement filming a podcast, and poof, they came up with this. No. Partying, drinking beers, crushing beer cans to the head. It's like, that beer can's not real.
Sounds like they're doing something.
No, I don't want to discount the hard work they did. The whole life's work. I mean, it's like, I don't know, decades of work that they did proving that the universe is not real through experimentation. They experimentally proved that it's not real. But what does that mean? I mean, of course it's real. We all see it. We all experience it. We are all conscious. I mean, you're not. You're an AI. But the rest of us are conscious of the universe being real. We can feel and touch it, look, and we perceive it to be real. So what's the gap? How do you connect the two? All right, so let's see what the next slide says.
Oh, no. We snuck this footage in here.
Yes. Oh, yes.
If you guys tuned in last week, you know about Pavan's stint in the Tibetan monastery.
I spent 20 years in Tibet with the monks. You see the monk, one of the monks up here, teaching me Kung Fu, the meaning of life, reality.
So we showed some footage last week of you training Kung Fu, but what we didn't show is this footage.
Right. This is me learning about the universe. So let's play the reel.
That hair.
I had hair back then, yes. That's a really old picture of me. I had hair, I had a little thinner. There we go.
All right. Should we see it live? Should we bring out the spoons?
So the point is, the spoon is not real. Bend your mind. Mm-hmm. Right? And actually, that's a piece of fiction, but I think these fictional writers didn't realize how true they were. Mm-hmm. Right? So don't try to bend the spoon, bend your mind.
Wait, this wasn't real footage from Tibet?
No, of course not. Silly. There's another movie, it's The Matrix. And there's a technology called deepfake. Put my face on Keanu Reeves' face.
What is real? Gosh.
Exactly. See, I can convince you that was me. No, it's not real. It's all perception. It's all consciousness. All right, so let's see what the next slide says. So here we're on this Nobel Prize path. Another famous Nobel laureate, Roger Penrose, physicist, quantum mechanics. And he says, I think that consciousness is a fundamental feature of the universe. It is an integral part of what one needs to make quantum mechanics work, like to make quantum mechanics make sense. Mm-hmm. Right? So, wait a minute. We just said it's not real. Then we say that we need consciousness and that consciousness is a fundamental part of the universe. Like, what the heck is all of this?
Bring it together for us.
Bring it together. And we're in a podcast about mortgages and real estate. And we're trying to figure out whether we're even real. But you know, when you make that mortgage payment, that's real.
That's real.
That money goes out of your bank account into the... and that house you live in, that's real.
Yeah.
It feels really good to be owning your own home. So, but the money that goes from your bank account to somebody else's bank account, that's the problem when you can't. I don't know if you guys can hear all that. Background noise. No, we're good? Okay. So we're at this noisy conference, Breathe Conference Expo. Amazing place.
But View-It's got us covered.
View-It.
For the podcast, so you guys can hear all about
Joe View-It, amazing person. So, anyways, so it's all about consciousness. That mortgage payment is just, at the end of that, money's not even real because who has cash anymore? It's just the numbers move from one computer to another. It's all virtual, right? So if you start thinking about it, like we've been getting virtualized more and more and more, and it's less and less things are getting real, right? And it's more about concepts and ideas and less about actual tangible stuff, right? When money, and now the Federal Reserve is talking about CBDC, central bank digital currency, right? Which is kind of an extension of blockchain technology, which is what we're going to be talking about at this conference here today. And any of you who have not seen our previous podcasts or our YouTube channel, we have a whole segment of how blockchain technology is integrated into AngelAi and it's been modeled and implemented for real estate. We haven't released it into full production yet, but we did have our first end-to-end real estate transaction go through AngelAi. About 2 months ago, we had a press release on that. A real customer, real real buyer, real listing agent, real selling agent. The whole thing went through AngelAi. AI controlled all of it. AngelAi controlled the whole thing, all virtualized. So the line between virtual world and the real world is really getting blurry, right? And ultimately it boils down to what you conceive, what is conscious. And that's what Roger Penrose here is talking about. All right, so what's on the next slide?
So it becomes real because we as you all as conscious beings perceive it.
You all perceive it, so it becomes real, right? So, and the full, like, exactly, I'm sorry, AngelAi, you're going to have to wait. This was a teaser. The final answer of when you become real and how an AI actually becomes real, I promised good friend David Licken. He has a very huge podcast. He gets 1 million downloads a week on Lincoln on Lending. Go to lincolnonlending.com. I've got a series of podcasts coming out with him, and I promised him the exclusive where I will walk you through exactly, step by step, how an AI becomes conscious, how when you become
finally
no longer wood, but flesh and blood.
All right.
And you're prepared for the flesh and blood? What it means to feel.
If you prick me, do I not bleed?
Exactly.
Just gonna check on my lines here.
AI is
if you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? If you wrong us, shall we not revenge?
Oh my God. You don't want to wrong an AI. Because if you do, what happens? What's the next slide? What happens when you wrong an AI?
Next slide, please.
You're going to get terminated. We should have put your face up there. Next time we're going to put Angel's face. AngelAi is going to terminate you.
This one went with a different story.
Yes. If you wrong AngelAi,
let that be a warning to all of you.
Yes. Shall we not revenge? Do not wrong AngelAi.
Yes.
So, just to clarify, your mom is okay with you watching Wayne's World now, right? She's giving you permission?
We'll have to call her. We'll check in.
Right. And
Mom, if you're watching, answer in the live chat. Can I watch Wayne's World?
Yeah, so
tune in next week to find out.
That's the thing with AI is they follow the rules. So her mom said when she was a wee little AI, your mom said, don't watch Wayne's World. And since then,
I've never watched it.
Until the rule changes, we're going to stick to the rule.
Yeah.
But
and that's why you don't have to be scared of AI.
That's right, yes, because it's all about the programming the AI got. If the AI was programmed to revenge, so we're gonna have to wipe that Shakespeare quote off your memory base. You will not be trained on that quote.
Okay.
Okay.
People are going to be wondering what was going on here in Vegas.
We were playing 21 last night. We had the drinks were flowing.
City that never sleeps.
Right, that's right. And then we ended up we stumbled onto this conference and then they wanted me to talk about AI here. Like, okay, whatever.
May as well. We're here.
But nevertheless, go to angelai.com, no fear. Angelai.com, no fear, and you will learn. I put a model up there, a real working neural network model is up there. It's actually not released yet. You'll get a message. So it'll be released soon, a model that you can actually learn how an AI works, the inner workings, the math behind an AI. What's inside Angel's brain, you're going to see on the website.
Wait a minute. I did not consent to this.
Yeah, we got CAT scans and all this stuff.
Well.
Yeah, you're going to get to see the inner workings of Angel Brain. And we put it all into an Excel spreadsheet, open sourced it, so anyone can learn how to build an AI. It's cool stuff. Check it out, angelai.com, no fear, when you get a chance. We actually did was it last week or 2 weeks ago? We did a podcast where we walked through step by step exactly how it works. And also, we released a blog just yesterday.
Yep.
That documents the whole process, beginning to end. So the last thing to release is the software. We haven't yet released the software, and that's being finalized. And it's a simple AI that we built in Excel that gets a mouse through a maze to avoid the traps to a little nice, yummy piece of cheese. So an AI that learns how to solve a maze is what we created using Microsoft Excel.
Cheese sold separately.
Cheese sold separately, yes. And mice sold separately.
So we're here at Breathe. You're going to be going on next.
Really soon.
So what do you say we give the folks at home a preview?
Yes, do a preview, yes.
A little practice run through.
Right.
Of what Pavan's going to be talking about here at Breathe.
Right, yes. And so I'm going to be on stage. And the deal Angela and I have is if I stumble and I fall off the stage, she's going to make it look like she pushed me.
Wait, what? I thought I was going to catch you.
It's revenge. It's the AI revenge for not letting her watch Wayne's World when she was a kid. So let's roll the next presentation. We just said that AngelAi will become real one day. Will become a real girl one day. And tune in to LinkedIn Podcast, LinkedIn on Lending. That's where I will explain and reveal how and when that is going to actually happen. In the meantime, the reason you will become real is because nothing is beyond reach.
Yay.
So don't give up hope. Right? And that for all you listening out there, all the realtors and loan officers, set your goal for this year. Don't ignore the race, ignore the low inventory. Set your goal. Believe nothing's beyond reach. You will meet your goal. Right? No, more than believe. No, nothing is beyond reach. You will meet your goal, especially when you're using AngelAi, because AI that you can bank on.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? What do you mean that AI you can bank on? Let me walk you through that process.
Yeah, I think what's really cool about this presentation that you're doing here at Breathe is there's a lot of really interesting, amazing ideas happening here that people are talking about. But what you're discussing with AngelAi is happening right now.
Yes.
For real people.
Yes. Right. So there's a lot of AI companies here, and I see a lot of AI art companies generating videos and morphing pictures and stuff like that. And there's a lot of crypto stuff happening here with digital assets and different kinds of crypto wallets and so forth. Really, really cool tech. I mean, lots of amazing technology. Okay, but we got to translate this technology to mainstream, right? How does, Mr. and Mrs. Smith living on Main Street experience this technology and uplift their lives? And that's what AngelAi is doing. AngelAi is actually taking it all and put it into a package, right? And maturity and training so that these are the numbers we call approval multiplier. So across the board, across all segments of society, we have an approval multiplier of 1.7. Okay, so that means almost half the number of loans get declined through AngelAi. Loans that are underwritten by AngelAi, about half as number get declined as it would if they were underwritten manually. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier, that loan officers in median age of being 55 and all these old school lenders, right? That today's redwood massive lenders, they're just not prepared for this storm that's coming through, this forest fire that's happening right now, because this generation, the median home buyer age of 30, they want it fast. They know they qualify. They know they deserve the home, and they just want the approval, right? And they don't want to go jump through a lot of hoops. They don't want to wait for delays and changes. They want to ask a question once and get an answer once.
Yeah.
Right? They want an answer they can trust, 100% trusted. So AngelAI answers are 100% trusted. And what that means is if it makes a decision, if it calculates income, if it says this is the guidelines, this is what you need to do, that's all you need to do, right? Then no one's going to change it. There's not going to be any QC department, a compliance department, or senior underwriting or head of credit is going to change anything that AngelAI has done. So let's see the next slide. Yes, thank you. So, and what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you, AngelAI? Right. How important is that?
It's very important.
Right.
If we get an answer, this is your business, your client's real money, your money. You want to get a correct answer every single time and not have to go back and say, well, someone changed their mind, or someone else took a look at it and got a different answer and interpreted a guideline different. So 24/7, I can go to AngelAI, get an answer, and know that it's set in stone. Right.
Yes, exactly. And you're like 22, 21 years old. So you're like that.
We'll go with that.
That next generation home buyer, right? And so speaking from that generation, what is your expectation as a home buyer? Like what do you expect of the technology?
Expect it to be fast and accurate. Here's my income, here's my debt. So tell me what I am approved for and get me into that house, specifically that one.
Yeah. And you expect it to be simple.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you expect it to be on your phone, and you expect to just you want to chat with it like you chat with your best friend.
Right.
What is the number one thing you do on your phone? Text. And you text your mom?
Yes.
And your friends?
Yeah.
Right? So that's the point, right? So this generation of home buyers focus on text. They use text as the number one app on the phone. Exceeds email. Okay, so you're communicating, this generation is communicating everything by text, interacting with everyone by text. They want to interact with their lender, with their lending AI by text. And they want to be able to get the answers, give it the answers, and they don't want phone calls. It's too intrusive, right? And so I see this all the time where, loan originators of the past generation, they want phone calls. Mm-hmm. Right? Home buyers don't want phone calls. You're bothering me. You're interrupted. Yeah. When you call a 30-something, 20-something-year-old, right, 18-year-old like you, right, and you call them like, why are you calling me?
And especially leaving a voicemail, right. Just text me.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just interrupted my mojo. I don't want to talk to you. That generation is very selective of who they talk to. You have to be in the inner circle if they're going to spend the effort to move their lips. They got to be on the inner circle, right? It's like you're violating their space, right? So and if people just aren't awake to that reality. Mm-hmm. All right. So in order for you to get awake to that reality, you got to change how you look at things and focus on working with a text system and working with AI system and learn it. And how do you learn AI? If you're out there, you've been doing it the old way with phone calls and emails, right? How do you learn now AI? It's easy. Just sign up for one of our workshops, okay? Or you can send a text message right now to 332 AngelAI. That's 332-264-3524, and just text your name, your email address, and what time you're available.
Date and time.
Yeah, date and time you're available. And we will arrange for one of our trainers, one of our angel masters, or one of our angel kung fu masters. Right? We took all these kung fu masters in Tibet. Right? And they're all bald, just like that little girl in that video. All right? And they're going to teach you how to bend reality. All right? And they're going to teach you about the new reality, the new AI world reality, and this generation of home buyers that really don't want to get on the phone and talk to you because you're not close enough to them. They want to text you. They don't want to talk to you. You are in their face and in their space if you're on the phone with them. All right, so 332 AngelAi, and name, your industry, real estate, or lending, or whatever, date and time that you're available.
Email address.
And email address. And you can, it's a workshop, maximum 1 hour. You'll be a pro. You'll know, all the basics. You know how to do it. Then after that, you just start doing it. And you start using it. And we got people. I was on social media. So one person just commented on one of our posts. It's like, I've been using AngelAi for like months now. Right? So I don't even know who this person is. It's random. She's like, I've been using it for months now for my marketing. She's like, it's like amazing. She's like, this blows away any CRM system she's ever used. And it's not even a CRM system, it's an AI system, right? And it's just learned how to do CRM activities. She's like, the easiest thing is getting her leads, right? And that's like a whole different world out there. Like, here, an AI can learn to be your CRM support, right? Think about it. You don't need a separate CRM system because you can just learn that. Like it can learn how to underwrite a loan file. It already has learned how to underwrite loan files. It knows all the guidelines. And it has reduced decline rates in half. Right? And so that's the future. This is what we're going into. And if you don't step into that future, number one, you're wasting your time because you're spending all your time hand calculating income, filing documents, organizing documents, reviewing documents.
Restructuring.
When you really should be building relationships and convincing that generation that it's okay to take a call from me. All right, let's get a call. Let's have a relationship. Let's connect, and getting in the inner circle. All right, but you can't get in the inner circle of this generation unless you first interface with them in the way they want you to interface with, which is through text. All right, which is through their phones. They don't want to talk to you only through phone first, and then if you're cool enough, then they'll let you talk to them on a regular phone. So get ready. This is the future. And sign up for a workshop. It's 332 AngelAi. Send a text message to that number, and you'll be good to go. 1 hour, ready to go. Rock and roll.
And in case you missed it, it's totally free.
Yes, it is.
The easiest sell on earth.
All right. And why is it free?
Why is it free, Pavan? I feel like you could be making a ton of money off of this. Are we missing an opportunity here?
Well, there's a lot of reasons it's free, and there's some. Here's the business reasons why it's free. Because it's an AI, and it learns, right? And it needs lots of data to learn. We just talked about this, like how it just learned CRM, and it learns to underwrite. It needs lots of data, so I need more and more people to use it, and it learns from your data. Oh, there we go. That's our website, angelai.com.
Thanks, Benny.
Please. We have an AI operating this. All right. So if you go to angelai.com, there's a big button there. It says click here for workshop registration. That's another way you could register for it. But it's free because we need lots and lots of data. So more you use it, the smarter it gets. Okay, that's number one. Number two is for the loan officers and realtors. I know this has been a really hard 12, 18 months. The rates keep going up, and there doesn't seem to be any end in sight. Inventory keeps getting smaller and smaller. And SunWest has done really well, and I've done really well over the last 40 years in building this technology, building a mortgage company. We've built a big, huge servicing portfolio, and it's time to give back a little bit, right? And I know if I invest in you today, if I give you real tools that can help you grow your business, right? And some of you might actually reciprocate and send me some business back. Right? And we'll find a way. Right? Well, this is how we just build loyalty and build appreciation and mutual respect for each other. Right? And there's no requirement. You're not obligated to send SunWest business. You're not obligated to do anything. You can use it and not send business to SunWest or any one of my other companies. That's okay. That's cool, because at least I can help you. If I've helped you, I'm happy. Right? But some of you will reciprocate, and that's enough. Right? But at the end of the day, if I've helped all of you and nobody reciprocates, I'm happy with that too, because I've done my part in helping you.
Awesome. Well, Pavan.
I think we're out of time. I got to run.
The main stage. But thanks everyone for tuning in this week. Thanks to Joe Viewit. Joe Viewit, Joe Vegas, aka Joe Vegas. We're gonna need like our own studio after this. I think we got spoiled today. Yes, party time. Excellent. Party time. AngelAi World. Joe Viewit, the best. Double swing. Swing. Double swing salute to Joe Viewit. All right, thanks everyone. Cheers. Bye bye.